Today in the wood yard, we're splitting wood in my brother's wood yard. Here we go. So today I'm at my brother Eric's house. Yesterday we cut a whole bunch of trees down. Today we're going to do the splitting. So this is one of his wood sheds and his boilers over here. And then he's got a lot of wood over here stacked up. I'll give you the little 3-cent tour. I think it's 3 cents for the tour. And so this is all oak he's got here. And he's got wood because he heats with wood. So I'll take you over to where we got the splitter running. He works in a paper mill, so he's got plastic and then he puts that screen over the top of it just to hold everything down. And he nails it down right to the wood so it holds it down good so nothing blows off. But this is the wood that we cut yesterday. Just gonna walk around so you can see all the wood we got. If you were here yesterday, you saw that there's wood that's in this trailer, wood that's in this trailer, wood that we dumped over here, wood that we dumped over here. So here he is, hard at it, already splitting. lasts like a thimble.
Yeah.
I can go about 3.5 hours.
Really?
Yeah. And that's I forget how many horsepower it is, like 11 or something.
If my
12.
trailer is completely full, sometimes I run out of gas, sometimes I don't. It depends on how much I split it down.
So, I'm going to talk a little bit about his massive splitter here.
Glacier 2?
Glacier 2, yeah. No, it works good because he splits all the stuff big because he's got the boiler. So you can see we weren't splitting stuff small like I do because he can throw anything in. He just wants to split it so it'll dry. And you leave it sit for how long? Like 2 years?
2 to 3 years. Depends. I just kind of try to take the oldest stuff when I burn each year. Keep moving it around. So the stuff in the shed's been in there for 5 years, so I got to burn that up this year.
Yeah.
And then I cut a lot of pine and popple, so I usually burn that before I burn the oak. Even though the oak's been out for 4 years, I'd rather burn the popple and pine because it's dry in 1 year. So
yeah,
get a little bit more creosote, but outside burn it doesn't matter too much.
No, not really. Only thing is you get more heat out of it because you're more efficient burn.
Yep.
But if you don't care and you got access to a lot of wood, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I could take this down smaller, but it actually burns that much faster in the wood boiler.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the reason why I split it smaller from my customer.
Yeah. You want to burn fast. Yeah.
Burns
You
easier.
throw the overnighters in there. I'll stick about 12 of the big ones in there, and it'll last. Like I went to a wedding last weekend. I filled it as tight as I could at 9 o'clock in the morning, and we got home at 5 the next afternoon, and there was still about a 6-inch, really good red bed of coals. So,
no kidding.
yeah, I mean, if I really stock it with good wood, if I'd have put poplar or pine in there, it'd have been gone by midnight the first night. So
So you just put it in oak, yeah.
yeah. So
these are all the trees we cut yesterday right here that we're splitting. So yeah, as fine as I split them, this thing is just as fast as mine because I'm splitting them so much more. So
yeah, you're splitting 2 to 3 times more.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, we're gonna split the rest of this now.
Trailer, yeah.
Here we So here's the pile that we just split. It is, I don't know, a bunch of wood. Don't know how much it is, but it's from the trees we cut down along the road yesterday. And this is just some of it. There's also this pile over here, which is all the small stuff. He's not even gonna split because it's all stuff that's like this size. You can see my hand with it there. It's like maybe 6 inches and smaller. And that stuff he just throws in just as it is. Doesn't need to be split because it's gonna sit for 1.5 years, 2 years, maybe even 3 years. And then this little trailer here, this is all stuff that was dead standing that is already dry. So he's gonna burn that right away. So all this stuff over here will just get stacked there. And then this will get stacked over here. And that's it. We split for a little less than an hour. That's all it took with 2 guys, even with the slow splitter, because he leaves his chunk so big because of the wood boiler. He doesn't need to have them small like I like for my customers for fireplace stuff. But for his boiler, big is good. So we're done. That's it. That's it for today. No more. Anyway, here's his little splitter. It's a little speak hole. It's got a 6 3/4 horsepower 190cc engine, Briggs & Stratton. He's got a gas tank on there that's like the size of a thimble because you can only run a little less than an hour and it's out of gas. So when he made this little bracket for a shelf that mounts underneath, but with 2 guys, it's kind of in the way. So we just took it off so that we're bumping into it. But yeah, he's had the splitter for a long time. Works great. I think he's had it for, I don't know, 6-7 years, maybe more. Long time, but it works good. And we're done for today. So that's it. Please hit the buttons, the like, subscribe, share. You know what to do. Hit them all. It's the fun thing to do. And tomorrow, I'll be back in my wood yard, and so should you. So we'll see you then. Until then, get out in the woods, get cutting. Good night, Irene.